It's a debate over life and death. Members of Parliament are weighing up where they stand on the issue of voluntary euthanasia. And individual views are important as the bill will go to a conscience vote. The Select Committee reported back on David Seymour's end-of-life choice bill yesterday, and members couldn't agree on whether it should pass. Plenty of MPs have already nailed their colours to the mast on the controversial issue, but some are still undecided. So Checkpoint set out today to see how they might vote. Nita Blake-Person reports.
Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern says she'll be voting in favour of the bill. Nationals leader Simon Bridges will be opposing.
My personal position is I oppose it. That's what I'll be doing. I mean, you've seen Paula Bennett's come out very strongly in favour. Look, I think that's good. In a big, broad party like National, there'll be a variety of views.
We went out to canvass some of those National MPs on their views. We found they were mainly opposed, but there were a few keen to see it through to its next reading.
I'm Todd Miller, the MP for Bay of Plenty. I will be voting against the euthanasia bill.
Matt King, Northern MP. At this stage, I mean, until I see the final product, I won't commit to a final vote, but I will let it proceed at this stage, yeah.
Paula Bennett, Deputy Leader of the National Party, and I will be voting to support the end-of-life choice bill, mainly because I think that people should have choice, and I think it's really important.
Hi, my name's Simeon Brown, Member of Parliament for Pakuranga. My position is I'll be voting opposed to the euthanasia bill in the name of David Seymour. I think it's an incredibly dangerous piece of legislation full of loopholes.
I'm Chris Pink, Member of Parliament for the Helensville electorate. I'll be voting against the end-of-life choice bill. I don't believe in state-sanctioned killing, however well motivated. The bill is poorly drafted, so on principle and for those pragmatic reasons, it'll be a no from me.
Barbara Kuriga, MP, Taranaki King Country. I'll be voting for the second reading of the medically assisted dying bill, and then I'll be working through the committee stage to see what happens after that. I'm open to choice. I just want to make sure the settings end up in the right place because we don't want any mistakes.
I'm Simon O'Connor. I'm the National MP for Tamaki and Chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee. I will be voting no to the euthanasia bill. The choice of some will ultimately take away the choice from many more vulnerable New Zealanders.
Nikki Wagner, National MP. I oppose the bill. As the ex-Minister of Disability Issues, I really do understand the concerns and the apprehensions of the disability community, and this bill does nothing to address their issues.
The Health Minister, David Clark, says he'll be voting against the bill at its next reading.
Like most MPs, I suspect their own family situations and experiences play a role in that. My grandmother had mental health issues and attempted to take her own life when I was a child on many occasions. I have seen how vulnerable people can feel that the right thing for them to do is to exit life, and I don't agree with that. Equally, in opposition, I spoke with the medical profession at length, and most folks who are close to this in the medical profession are opposed to it because they see the gaps in care as the main thing that needs to be dealt with in the first instance.
Rongotai MP Paul Eagle says he's yet to make up his mind, but it will be based on what his constituents want.
For me, it's about going back to the electorate and saying, how do you feel about this? And I'll vote accordingly.
Police Minister Stuart Nash has a similar position.
I'm going to undertake independent polling of my electorate, and I'll vote the way the electorate would like me to vote. Initially I said that what I would do is I would just do a poll myself, but these are very easily manipulated, so I thought I do need to go independent, so that's what I am doing, and I'll vote the way the people of Napier want me to vote.
The Education Minister, Chris Hipkins, is in favour for now.
I'm intending to vote for the second reading. I'll also be engaging constructively through the committee stage, and then I'll decide at third reading based on the bill that emerges whether to support it or not beyond that.
And the Minister of Employment, Willie Jackson, says it's a particularly important issue for him right now.
I haven't made a final decision yet. And it's a big decision for me because I've got a mother who's very, very sick right now, and the family is debating the whole kaupapa right now. So, look, I'm probably against it, but I'm listening to all the kōrero.
Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters says New Zealand First support for the bill is dependent on it going out for a public referendum if it does make it through its next readings.
We intend to draft a SOP, supplement order paper, amendment to ensure this goes to the public in a referendum. That's what we've said all along. And I want to remind Mr Seymour that it's us that said we're going to have the referendum, not him. He wanted to ram it through Parliament without any regard to the public.
Do you have a personal view on voluntary euthanasia?
Yeah, I do. but I'll leave it to the public of this country because they, not temporarily empowered politicians, are what matters in a democracy. Thank you very much.
MPs are expected to vote again on the bill on the 22nd of May. For Checkpoint, Nita Blake-Person.